G'day guys, welcome to your mat and welcome to this space. I'm Mathilda and this is Hidden Rhythms. Today we're going to be doing a Vinyasa flow sequence, getting a little bit into the hips and doing a few twists, and we'll also be connecting in with the breath and, as always, with our bodies, moving from thinking into feeling. So we will get started in a seated position, just coming to either kneeling or cross legs. And you can also grab a block or a pillow. This is one I prepared earlier. And what this does is it elevates the hips and allows the knees to drop away a little bit lower than the hips. So it just makes it maybe a little bit more comfortable. And we'll open our practice by finding a comfortable position, just getting yourself set up. Place the palms face down over the legs. And close the eyes down, or I invite you to take your gaze to the floor in front of you. Steady gaze. And just start by feeling the weight in the hips, rooting down into the earth. Maybe roll the shoulders up, back and down. Feeling the shoulders melt down and away from the ears. Feel the jaw soften, there's no need to clench. And slight tuck of the chin, so you can maybe feel a slight lengthening through the back of the neck. Soften the hands, soften the face. And we'll start our practice by opening to the breath. 3 cleansing breaths all together. We'll be doing it in through the nose and out through the mouth. And when you exhale, it's like blowing out through a straw and trying to find softness in the body wherever possible. So wherever you are in your breath, emptying the lungs completely, squeezing all that stale air out, 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 preparing for the inhale. Breathe in to the belly. Pause for a moment at the top, relax. Long exhale out through the mouth. Feel the body melt. Deep inhale in through the nose, feel the spine lengthen. Pause for a moment, soften, exhale. And one more time, inhaling together. And let it go. When at the bottom of the breath, just notice how you feel. And then just find your own rhythm with the breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Bringing a soft quality to the breath and to the body. Breathe into a softening belly. The energy expands in your body. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders, feel the weight of the hips. The eyelids are soft. And whatever is in your mind right now, whether that be thoughts or feelings, emotions, maybe some stress or to-do lists, maybe place your palm over your heart. Just invite you to do that, to connect with yourself, and just take a moment to give yourself permission to let that go just for the next little while, for the duration of our practice together this morning or this evening. Bringing the palm back down whenever you feel ready. And we'll open our practice by bringing some awareness to the breath and by exploring retention of the breath at the top and the bottom. And when we retain the breath, quite often we can find tension in the body. And so as we journey into exploring this retention, just encourage you and remind yourself to try and find softness in the body. Relax any tension. So on your next inhale, when you reach the top of the inhale, take a pause, soften the body, and then exhale out through the nose, and inhale. Deep, long inhale. When you reach the top, hold the breath, pause. Exhale to relax even more, long exhale. So we're controlling the breath in through the nose, holding at the top gently and letting it go. And depending on how your body feels and the feedback you're getting from your body, you might want to make the retention longer or shorter. It might even just be a small suspension of breath. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's this beautiful rain outside. And we're going to switch our attention to the bottom of the exhale. So now we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, and pausing at the bottom of the exhale. And just staying open and curious to how this feels as you breathe in. And put the breath down. And pause, soften, release. And just taking 2 or 3 more breaths, inhaling, exhaling, and pausing. And then we'll do our retention at the bottom and the top. So just combining both of these. So we inhale through the nose. Feel the spine lengthen. Pause at the top for as long as you'd like. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Soften the jaw. Exhale. And hold, maybe for just a moment at the bottom. Just taking 2 more breaths like this. And when you find the end of that final breath, just taking 2 or 3 regular breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And the breath is our constant companion through life. Taking the hands to heart center, prayer position, take a moment to open your practice in your own way, whether that's to set an intention. And if you're seated on anything, gently flicker the eyes open and move that to the side, whether that be a pillow or a block. And just come to a regular cross-legged position, just a really loose cross-legged position here. Take the flesh out from beneath the sit bones. And feel the sit bones rooting down into the earth here. Place the hands over the knees, soft hands, and we're going to do something called Sufi grinding, which is a bit of a funny name, but essentially we're doing rotations with the torso, forward, around, and back, with the anchor as the hips. And this is a grounding exercise. We're synchronizing breath with movement, and it also allows us to come into the body a bit more, so it's a somatic practice. So we'll start by inhaling to take the chest forward, leaning forward. You can close the eyes or keep the gaze soft. As you exhale, rotate to the left. Big exhale out. And then when you reach the back, suck the belly in, round the spine. Inhale, come forward. Heart comes forward, shoulders come back. So you're breathing out to go back. And in to go forward. And you can use the hands to pull yourself forward and just moving however big, small, fast or slow you want your circle to be. And we'll switch directions whenever you're ready. Exhaling back, inhaling forward. Exhaling back, inhaling forward. Beautiful. And as you come back to a regular seated position, gently flicker the eyes open, and we're going to make our way over into tabletop position. So we're going to explore this retention a little bit more. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, spread through all 10 fingers, hips over the knees. So we'll start with some regular cat-cows. Drop the belly, draw the shoulder blades together, take the gaze up, breathe in. Exhale, press the floor away, navel to spine, shoulder blades come apart, press the floor away. Inhaling, cow, and exhaling, cat. Moving intuitively, whether you want to go faster or slower. And then the next time you come into your cat pose, we're going to take one round of breath here, holding the cat pose. So breathe into the belly, feel the back of the lungs expand. Exhale, stay. Inhale to cow pose. Take the heart forward, the sit bones up. And same here, breathe in, stay. And breathe out to stay. Breathe in to stay. And breathe out, cat pose, rippling the spine. So I'll give you a moment just to explore this. Directing the breath into areas of sensation. And it might feel nice to take a few breaths in one of these positions. When you're ready, we're going to make our way to a child pose. Take the knees apart, the big toes together, sit the hips back, reach the hands forward, and bring the forehead onto the ground. And the invitation's here to explore that retention a little bit further by breathing in, maybe holding. Feel that expansion in the body, and exhaling. And feeling that emptiness, that groundingness. And slowly, slowly, we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. So I'll just turn to face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to take the right foot out to the right and plant that foot firmly into the ground. And we'll start with some little twists to warm up the spine a bit more. Plant the left hand underneath the heart. Press into the hand to float the right fingertips to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take that right hand down. Replace the left hand with the right hand. Twist to the other side. That might feel a little bit sticky. Breathe into areas of sensation. We'll take a few of these, switching sides with the breath. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Float down. And one more. When you reach back to the ground, press both hands and walk them out in front of you. Leave the sit bones where they are as if they're stuck or glued to the wall or something behind you. When you reach the hands forward, drop the heart to the ground and maybe the forehead comes to the ground. But that's just an option. Otherwise, looking after your neck and breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the hips. And we're going to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tabletop, drawing that right leg in. And to the other side, left foot plants in line with the right knee. Beautiful. Right hand grounds, left fingertips reach the sky. Breathe in. Maybe the gaze goes to the sky. Breathe out. Take that left hand down. Right hand to the sky. Breathe in. And right hand down. Flowing with the breath. A few more rounds. Last one. Big inhale. And exhale, both hands come underneath the shoulders. We're going to find our little puppy pose variation, walking the hands out, spreading through all 10 fingers, sinking the heart to the floor. And make sure that your hips are glued to the invisible thing behind you. So we're not moving the hips forward. We want to find that length through the back, through the spine. And then walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. And we'll draw that left knee in, and in your own time make your way to a downward facing dog. Press the palms, tuck the toes, lift their knees and the hips to the sky. And we'll just take a moment here to get settled into our first down dog. of practice in our own way. Maybe you bend and straighten through each leg. Maybe you bend through both legs. And if your heels aren't on the floor, that's no worries at all. It's not about what you look like in yoga, it's about a lot of other things. One of them being staying connected to the breath and staying present in the body. Press through the hands to lift the hips. Coming to stillness in down dog and taking one inhale to lift the heels. Breathe in. Exhale through the mouth to drop the heels down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels, come up onto the tippy toes. Breathe in. Exhale, press through the hands to root the heels back down. Maybe they come to the mat. 1 more time. Inhaling up. And maybe through the mouth, let go. Left foot grounds, right leg floats high. Breathe in, 3-legged dog. Breathe out, step that right foot between the hands. Come to a low runner's lunge. So use the hands on blocks either side, or you can come to the fingertips. And I want you to drive that left heel back to open through that front of that left leg. Plug down through both feet. Really feel that activation in the left glute. We're going to roll the shoulder blades back together. Come up onto the fingertips, a bit lighter, a bit lighter. Take the front of the body off the top of the leg. Use the strength in the legs to float the arms up. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. Breathe in, press the palms. Breathe out. We're going to cactus the arms, draw the shoulders open and drop that back knee down. It might kiss the earth and it might not. Inhale, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, drop it down. Feeling the strength and the opening in the body. Squeeze that left glute. Exhale, down. And 1 more time. Inhale, up. Exhale all the way down and take a half pyramid. Bring the hands to the floor or the fingertips and stretch the hips back. So your leg may or may not be straight. You can also take some pointing and flexing. You can point and flex through that right foot to feel into sensation in the back of the leg. Keep the gaze slightly forward to keep that extension through the spine, and then come to stillness with the toes pulled towards you. The left hand grounds and the right hand will lift to the sky to take a twist. Take 1 breath in and 1 breath out to float that top hand down. Bending through that front knee, tuck the back toes, press the palms, step back into a plank position. You can drop your knees down if you'd like. From here, take the weight slightly over the wrists, pressing forward. Bending the elbows in towards the body, chaturanga all the way to the floor. When you arrive on the floor, suck the navel to the spine. Draw the shoulder blades together to open the heart. Cobra pose. Just taking a few breaths here. Finding softness in the shoulders and the neck, in the jaw. Release tension. On your next inhale, maybe lift a little higher, maybe float the hands. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the toes, downward dog. Breathe out. And just take a breath or two in down dog. If you're feeling tension in the neck, maybe take the head from side to side. We'll do the same on the other side. Right foot grounds, left leg floated up. Smooth movement, 3-legged. Exhale, take the knee and the foot through, plant the left foot. Crescent lunge. We're going for a low runner's lunge. So ground through the feet, feel the strength of the feet pressing into the earth. Maybe come up onto the fingertips as you drive that right heel back. Draw the shoulder blades down and together. Press a bit more through the feet to lift the fingertips off the ground. Stay strong. Find softness in the strength as you rise, crescent lunge. Squeeze that right glute, press the palms. Cactus the arms, drop the back knee, exhale. Breathe in, lift up, drive that heel back. Exhale, coming down. 2 more, inhaling up. And exhale, down. 1 more, staying strong but soft, release tension. Exhale, drop that back knee all the way down. Well done. Fold forward and over that front leg, half pyramid. Take the gaze slightly ahead of the foot as you point and flex through those front toes and foot. Noticing sensation in the body. And take a breath here. Finding stillness here as you draw those left toes back towards you. Plant the right hand onto the ground underneath the shoulder. Twist to the left fingertips to the sky. Take one breath into the belly, filling the lungs. Exhale, float that top hand all the way down. Bend the front knee, walk the hands forward. Tuck the back toes, plank, press the hands. Knees or toes, Chaturanga Dandasana. Halfway down or the whole way down for up dog or cobra, up to you. Take a little back bend as you inhale. Down dog as you exhale. And stay for 3 breaths. Maybe you exhale out through the mouth. And one more breath in, down dog. Slowly, slowly, we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Little baby steps with the hands. Bend the knees as much as you need to come to a forward fold. Maybe you heel toe the feet out as wide as your hips. Bring the hands to the shins. Take the gaze forward, halfway lift. Lengthen from crown of head to coccyx. Exhale, forward fold. Let the neck go. Breathe out. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins, the feet or the floor. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Make the spine as long as you can. And exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, and we're going to walk back into a downward facing dog. From here, take the gaze to the top of the mat, and you can step or float the feet into a Malasana position outside of the hands, toes face out, heels in, drop the hips. We're going to bring the hands to heart center and press the elbows against the inside of the knees. Activate through the glutes. Tuck the chin, lift the heart. Breathing here. Breathe into sensation in the hips. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Gently releasing the fingers to the floor, slowly straightening off through the legs a little bit or a lot, and heel toe the feet in. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend through the knees deeply and press through the feet to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly, slowly. The neck is the last thing to come up. When you reach the top, reach the arms up, sweeping that beautiful energy up between the palms. Sealing the energy between the hands at the top and drawing that energy down to the heart space. Release the hands by the side of the body, Tadasana. If you're not already at the top of your mat, just take a step up, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Roll the shoulders back and down and find a steady gaze with the eyes. We will start our flow. We'll move maybe with a few breaths for each pose. And then as we do a few repeats of the same sequence, we'll move to 1 breath, 1 movement. So we can start to come into the body and build a bit more strength and heat in the body. Bringing the hands to heart center, prayer position. As we begin our flow, press down through the feet to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Swan diving forward and down as you exhale, hinging from the hips. Uttanasana. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands where you feel most comfortable. Exhale, press the palms, step or hop back to plank. Chaturanga, knees or toes, bend the elbows in towards the body. Come over the toes to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And stay for a breath. Take the gaze to the top of the mat. We're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. And just like we did in our warm-up sequence, drop the hips a little lower, press back through the left heel and engage through the left glute. Float the fingers off the ground, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Stay for an exhale. Drop the hips maybe a little bit deeper. Doesn't matter if that back knee's bent. Inhale, maybe take a little back bend, and as you exhale, cactus the hands, drop the back knee down. As you inhale back through crescent, we're going to come to warrior two, opening, dropping the back heel, and exhaling to ground the hips. Take a look at the feet and make sure that the right heel is in line with the left foot. Beautiful. We're going to keep the legs as they are, reverse the warrior, left hand back, right hand to the sky. Breathe into the right side of the body. Breathe out, extend forward, elbow to knee, side angle pose. Left fingertips come to the front of your mat. Breathe in, reverse your Trikonasana. So come back up with the hips open, straighten through both legs, left hand back, right hand to the sky. Listen carefully, we're going to come to twisted triangle pose. So we're going to come back up with our heart to the side of the mat. And then we're going to cartwheel the left hand down, bring the back heel off the ground, and take the left hand to the ground, square the hips. So the left hip will come forward, the right hip will come back, turn the chest to the right, and right fingertips to the sky. And take a breath here into the belly. And as you exhale, float that top hand down, bend the front knee, low lunge, press the palms, step back to plank. Move through your Vinyasa, meeting in down dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And we'll take 3 breaths just to recenter here. Maybe you close down the eyes, following the breath. We'll always move through that sequence at the end of our flow of Chaturanga down, exhale, inhale for a back bend, and we'll always meet in down dog. Take the gaze to the top of the mat, same on the other side. Left foot steps forward, lands between the hands. Drop the hips, squeeze the right glute. Rise, crescent lunge. Breathing in. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in, maybe lean back a little bit. Cactus the arms, draw the elbows wide, drop the back knee. Breathe in, back to crescent lunge, open, warrior two. Drop the back heel, sink the hips. Stay for 1 round of breath. Reverse, take it back, open through left side. Side angle, elbow to knee, open through right side. Reverse your triangle, straighten through both legs, lean back, open through the left side. Twisted triangle, take the right hip forward, left hip back, right fingertips to the floor, left fingertips to the sky. Breathe in here. And breathe out to float that top hand down, bend through the front knee, press the palms, step to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. And meet in down dog for your exhale. Stay for 1 round of breath. Feel the heat and the energy flowing through the body. Press through all 4 points of contact, and we'll start our next round by doing 1 breath, 1 movement. Moving mindfully. Gaze to the top of the mat. Step the right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Drop the back knee. Breathe out. Rise on the inhale, cartwheel the hands, and exhale to ground into warrior two, strong. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Side angle on your exhale, breathe out. Reverse your Trikonasana, straighten through both legs, lean back, breathe in. Twisted Trikonasana, left hip forward, right hip back. Take the right fingertips to the sky. Float that top hand down, bend the front knee, press the palms, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, meet in Downward Facing Dog. 1 breath. Gaze to the top of the mat. Left foot forward, same on the other side. Root down through the feet to rise, crescent lunge. Drop the back knee, exhale. Breathe in, crescent lunge, open, warrior two. exhale to ground. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Reverse your triangle, open, breathe in. Twisted triangle, using the breath. Maybe you take the gaze to the left fingertips. Floating that top hand down, bend the front knee, press the palms, step back to plank, and move through your vinyasa. Down, up, and exhale to down dog. One inhale and one exhale. If you feel tension in the neck, maybe gently take the head from side to side. Do the same on the other side. Gaze to the top of the mat. Right foot steps forward. One breath, one movement. Rise, crescent lunge, breathe in. Drop the back knee, breathe out. Through crescent on the inhale, open, warrior two, ground on the exhale. Breathe in, reverse the warrior. Side angle, maybe the right hand comes to the floor this time. Breathe in, reverse your triangle, lean back. Twisted triangle, square the hips, left hand down, right chest, right hand to the sky. Float that top hand down, bend the front knee, press the palms, and move through your vinyasa, meeting in down dog. There's no rush. Trusting the breath, trusting the movement. And when you arrive in down dog, one breath to recenter, finding a steady gaze, all the eyes are closed. We're going to step the left foot forward. Crescent to rise, breathe in. Drop the back knee, breathe out. Rise, open, ground, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Open back, breathing in. And exhale, twisting your triangle. Left fingertips to the sky. Float that top hand down, bend the front knee, press the palms, step back to a plank, and move through your vinyasa to meet in down dog. When you arrive in down dog, bring the toes together, drop the knees down, maybe as wide as the mat, and sink the hips back, untucking the toes, extending the hands forward, and taking a moment to reflect and watch your body after a few rounds of our flow. Softening the hands, letting any judgments or expectations flow. There's no rush to make your way back to down dog whenever you're ready. Making your way there in your own time, in your own way. We'll do our final round, adding on a little spicy balance, Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana at the end, a revolved half moon. So we'll step the right foot forward, landing it lightly. Rise, crescent lunge. Down, exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, crescent, open, ground on the exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. And side angle, breathing out. Reverse your triangle, breathing in. Twist your triangle. Take the left fingertips down. This time, take the right hand onto the right hip. You're going to keep the gaze down just in front to the left side, the top left corner of your mat. From here, we're going to bend through that front knee and hop that left foot in a little bit. So we're in like a short wheelbase lunge, I guess. Draw the left hip forward and the right hip back. We're going to take those left fingertips up to that top left corner and lean our weight forward, 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 so the right knee comes over the right toes. Lean that weight forward into that front foot so much that maybe you can float that left leg up into the sky. Beautiful. Flex through those left toes, and then you can take the heart to the right-hand side. Right shoulder blade rolls back and down. Maybe that right hand floats to the sky. Revolved, half moon. Feel the strength in the glutes, in the hamstrings. One more breath, finding softness in the strength. Floating both hands to the ground, bend the front knee, and step back to a low lunge. Press the palms, plank. You can meet in down dog or move through a vinyasa. There's time for either. Moving at your own speed, your own pace, to the rhythm of your own breath. Well done, everyone. Letting the energy integrate. We'll do the same on the other side, and then your work is almost done. Left side, left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge, rise. Back knee down. Rise on the inhale to ground on the exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, squeezing through both glutes. Breathe in, reverse your triangle. Twisted triangle. Cartwheel the right hand to the floor and the left hand to the left hip. So square the hips so that the left hip draws back and the right hip draws forward. And just hop that back foot in and take those right fingertips to the top right corner of your mat. So find a steady gaze with the eyes and slowly lean the weight forward, 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 so you can press into that left foot to float the right foot into the sky. That might be enough. If not, if you'd like to take it a little bit more, you can take your gaze to the left, take the heart to the left, and maybe even float those left fingertips to the sky. Press down through that grounded foot, flex through the right toes, take one more breath, and float the top hand down, bend the knee, step back to a low lunge. Press the palms, plank pose, and straight back to down dog. No need for a vinyasa unless you really, really want to. When you arrive in down dog, we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths using the movement of the heels to guide us, just like we did earlier in our practice. So as you inhale through the nose, come up onto the toes, poet, lifting the heels. Exhale through the mouth, drop the heels back down. Clearing the energy, inhaling. Let it go through the mouth. Inhaling one more time, lift the hips. Exhale, drop it back. Drop the knees to the floor. Untuck the toes, child pose. Maybe the hands come to the back of the room, or maybe you leave them forward, depending what your body needs right now. Feel the weight of the hips and breathe into the back of the body as if you could expand the ribs out into the sky with every inhale. With every exhale, feel the weight in the body. Starting to wind ourselves down. And slowly, slowly come to your final downward facing dog in your own time, at your own speed. And take the gaze to the top of the mat. We'll come to Malasana, stepping both feet to the outside of the hands. Toes out, heels in, drop the hips. Take the hands to heart center. And then take the tops of the hands together so the palms shine outwards. And just Bend and straighten through the fingers to release through the wrists. That can feel quite nice. Release the hands, release the arms, and lift and drop the hips. We're going to come onto our butts, drawing the knees together. And coming into Dandasana, extending both legs. We'll come into a final twist, drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Plant that right foot down. Breathe in, draw the shoulders back, heart comes up a little bit more. And turn to the right as you exhale. You either hug that knee in with the left hand as you take the right fingers behind you, or you can find a little hook, elbow to knee. So just listening to what your body needs. Just taking a few breaths here. Every exhale, feel the body soften. Slowly release the twist and switching sides. Left knee comes in. Take the left fingertips behind you and use the bind or hold on to that knee. Taking a few breaths here. On your next exhale, releasing to the front of the room and finding a cross-legged position with the left leg closer to you and the right leg away. We're going to find a yoga mudra, which is a mudra is an energy lock in the body. So take the arms behind you. You can either hold onto the wrists, the forearms, or the elbows, up to you. And all you're going to do is just roll forward and down, finding the most relaxed forward fold that you can. And I like to think of this as sealing and integrating all that beautiful energy that you and we have cultivated during our practice. So let everything just soften here. And slowly, slowly rolling all the way up. Extend both legs. And you're going to roll down onto your back. If you'd like to do any other movement before we find Shavasana, feel free to do so. Maybe you take the head from left to right, right to left. Making any little adjustments you need to make to get fully comfortable. So we just finish our practice with a minute or so of silence and stillness, letting go of control of the breath, just letting it move naturally, organically, releasing all tension, let it go. And coming to stillness, just enjoying this period of nothing, nowhere to be, nothing to do yet. And I'll call you back when it's time. Feeling the weight of your body pressing into the earth and the earth pressing back. Noticing all points of contact between you and the earth. And notice all the sensations in the body, whether that be good or bad, tingling, vibrating, numbness. And just observe it all as a field of sensation. And watch the breath coming and going as naturally as the tides of the ocean, in and out. And just bring a little bit of movement to the body. Don't think about it, just let the body move how it wants to move. Tuck the legs, the knees into the chest, and give yourself a little hug. Maybe this is the time you show yourself some appreciation and gratitude for taking this time for yourself. And rolling onto your left side, take a moment in the fetal position, curled up like a little baby. And there's no rush, we'll meet just as we started, coming full circle, a seated position. Keeping the gaze on the floor in front of you, all the eyes closed. And when you arrive, get nice and comfortable and bring the hands to meet at heart center, prayer position. Notice how you feel after the practice, after being present with your body and your breath. Take a gentle bow of the head. Maybe you bring the thumbs to the third eye. A bow of thanks and gratitude and reverence for this beautiful life and this beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you feel great, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever that looks like. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Come to me in my dreams.